Hey guys, it's Gene, the Carolina Coin Hunter here. I've got a metal detector I'm going to review for you today and let you check this out. Something I've been really excited to get my hands on, and it's the new White's Treasure Pro. Really cool metal detector. Let me show you some of the features. Right guys, here's the box that the Treasure Pro comes in. Let you check it out. It's a really nice unit. This is a great package. It's just really surprised me is how many features this machine has for its price point. You need to check it out. Get your owner's manual, warranty registration. It's got a 2-year warranty, made in the USA. Really nice little setup here. This thing is really solid, very well put together. You got your standard 1/4-inch headphone jack, nice comfortable arm cuff with a strap, keep it secure if you're especially like shallow water hunting or something. "10-inch double D surge coil, and the rod goes down to the center, which makes it very well balanced. You know, some companies put their coil, you know, kind of mounted to the back, and you've got a little bit of the weight toward the front. I like the center mounted, and then when you pinpoint, you pretty much know your object's right there, right in the middle. Very nice. Really solid, durable feel. No wobble whatsoever. Treasure Pro takes 2 AA batteries you access right here. Run 20 hours on 2 AA's. I used it this weekend camping. I don't think it several times. The status bar on the battery indicator didn't move a bit. The Treasure Pro's faceplate, really nice. Really large screen. Let's turn it on. Easy to read screen. I love these buttons. They're just like the little bubble buttons. You know, really solid feel to them. Very tactile, like you can feel the response on the buttons. But they're sealed. You don't have to worry about any kind of dirt or anything getting in the cracks. And you can, you know, if you get your, you know, you're going to get some dirt on here metal detecting on your hands and stuff. Just wipes right off. Really nice. Something really cool too. You just hold this for a second. Bam. Backlight. Backlit display on a metal detector in this price range. Really nice. I mean, you can see on here, let me zoom in a little bit. I mean, check out this display. Really nice. You got some color on here. You got your depth indication, your sensitivity, your different modes, your battery status. Really nice machine. Let me show you some of the features on this Treasure Pro. Got them indoors right now. You can adjust your sensitivity right here, plus and minus, with these 2 buttons. Over here, you have your threshold. This is what really amazes me on the detector in this price range. You know, a lot of these machines are silent search, and here White's is giving you a pro feature at really, I'd say, you know, like the lower mid-range price. You know, the suggested retail is $3.99. You know, if you look around a couple of the major retailers or maybe your local dealer, you might be able to get a little bit better price than that. But right here, right off the gate, threshold. It can get very loud, but you just want to operate this. You know, I recommend using headphones all the time. Just get that steady hum. I really like having a threshold because when you go over a rejected item, your threshold goes silent, and that can be like an indication that you're in an area with some iron and you may want to slow down and start searching that area. If you really don't like it, you can just turn the threshold off and silent search, and all you're going to hear is the target you're looking for. But I do highly recommend using that threshold. I think that's just an excellent feature of this machine. And I already showed you the backlight. Just a quick touch of the power button, you got your backlight on. And I'm leaving the lighting in the room low just to show you. One thing about the Treasure Pro is just really simple to operate. You've got a lot of options, but it's really easy to navigate through. You have an options button here. When you push the options button, it shows you the different options you can manipulate. And to scroll through those, you just use your arrow keys. There's your threshold option, which I showed you can adjust plus or minus with these keys right here, or these touchpad buttons. You got your volume, your reset, and you can actually press this and reset it back to the factory default if you've changed something and you just want to go right back. Keep scrolling through your different options. Keep pushing your little arrow key. Here you have the option to change it from inches to metric. So here we've got metric. You're going to read in centimeters, which is really good for our friends over the pond, not in the United States, that use the metric system. But for here in the USA, you can pop it right in inches. Really simple, or anybody else that prefers to use inches. But just really simple to do. And here you have your programs, and you've got several preset programs. When you first turn the machine on, you're going to pop up in the coin and jewelry program, and really you're going to pick up pretty much everything except in the iron range. You've got this little area here, this little darkened, you see you have the big circle that's showing you your different categories or your different targets. Then you can see it's got silver range here, gold range here. Now the inner circle is the discriminated item. So coin and jewelry is just discriminating some iron. So you're going to pick up all kinds of targets. Now when you hit your options button, keep that up. It says program. You just scroll through using the plus and minus keys here. Now you're in the beach program. Really nice. It's like your coin and jewelry program, but now you're having your machine's going to be able to track to the wet salt sand. Very nice feature for a machine in this range. It's just unreal. Then you have your all metals mode. So you're accepting everything, and this is an all metals mode that has target identification. You're going to get a numeric value when an object goes under the coil. Let me show you really fast. I got a $50 here. Oh, I got to get out of the options menu. Hold on. Get out. We're in all metals. You're getting a reading. It says $50. Let's go to the other programs. You got a high trash program, and as you see here, you're inner ring showing your discrimination. You're discriminating some iron foil, pull tabs, and the low end of the penny range, and then the high end of the dollar, which a lot of times can be like a really large piece of junk. So in this mode right here, you're going to get all the coins, all the United States coins, and you're still going to get quite a bit of the the gold, like in the nickel range, which is where a lot of decent sized rings come in. Let's try a gold ring here. See, that one is huge, and that's in a rejected area. So you got to kind of watch out with your discrimination. But now let's try a coin. Here we got a seated Liberty quarter. You're going to get those old coins. And here we have a silver ring. No problem with that. So you're getting really desirable items. This is really good for like coin shooting at your local park or tot lot or baseball field. You're going to get a lot of the coins, especially a lot of these fields are older, like churchyards and stuff. You're going to get those silver coins, and you're not going to get a lot of trash. But I always say, anytime you use a whole lot of discrimination, you can lose a little bit of gold. Golds, you see this gold range is going to fall in all over the place. But if you're watching this, you probably know that. But that's just a tip. But this is really, really good mode if you're just going to go out and hit some coins up. You don't want to waste your time digging a whole bunch of junk. So you go back to programs. You can scroll right down, back to the coin and jewelry. Really cool feature. So we're going to scroll through the other options. Tones. One really, really cool thing about this machine is you have multiple tone options. When you got one tone, everything's going to sound the same. 2-tone, 4 tones, and 8 tones. I mean, that's really going to break up your tonal range, and you can use whatever you prefer. I like 8 and 4 tones mostly for me. 4 tones makes it really, really simple to me. But if you're somewhere just wanting to find anything metal in a sparse place, 1 tone would be fine. Just that's all just personal preference and hunting style and what you like to use. I'm going to leave it on 4 tones. Now you have discrimination, and this is where say like you want to eliminate some targets and kind of a custom little program, and that's really easy to do. You got your disc. You say there is a ton of shredded foil here. Right here you've got a check and an X button. This is how you accept or reject items, and it's doing like half a category, so you're getting a really broad range, really 16 different zones to eliminate trash targets. We could say, what, I've been getting foil like crazy. I'm going to eliminate that. I want to get the nickels. I'm getting a pesky pull tab right here in this range. I want to eliminate that, and I'm going to leave everything else. Now we've kind of set up our own little trashy park program in this gold ring, which was rejected before. It's picking up. Oops, sorry guys. I'm dropping the detector. There's a metal frame under this table. It's making it go a little bit nuts when that coil points forward. But now this gold ring's coming in no problem. So it's really, really neat. And and that's really, everything does give you a target ID number, so when you get that same target over and over again, you can kind of figure out where that's at and eliminate that category. To see how your little arrow points. If you're getting a pull tab and you're getting a reading of in the 50 and your little arrow's right there, you can disk that out and you're going to eliminate that. And it's a really nice feature to have that a little bit more fine adjustment on your discrimination. And what's really neat is when we go back into the disc mode, all you got to do is scroll back down to get rid of it. Scroll down to the arrow where the arrow is pointing at the blacked out section. Hit the check and X key. That's pretty much like accept and eliminate, and we're gonna go ahead and re-accept these, and now we're right back to the standard coin and jewelry program. And you also see here it says depth. You do get a basic indication of depth, but when you pinpoint with this machine, which I'll show you later outside over some targets, you actually get a a very, very accurate depth indication. So going through our options, threshold, we went all the way through here, inches, your programs, your tones, your discrimination, and it'll just circle around, which is really nice. You don't have to go up and down. Once you get to the top, it'll go right back to the first thing. So that's kind of the display and programs and the main features, but there's a whole lot more to this. What's really cool is this machine has true automatic ground balance. It's tracking the ground as you go, canceling the ground as you're using it in discrimination mode. I mean, it really is ground balanced. And what's really nice too is that you're not having to stop every 15 minutes and pump your coil. It's auto tracking. But you also have the option, if you're like in a field and it all looks the same and you don't want to worry about putting the detector down and it may be tracking not to the ground or something like that, you have the option to lock the ground balance. Crank up the machine, make a few sweeps over some clean ground, just to let yourself make sure that, hey, yeah, this thing's tracked to the ground, and bam, you can lock it. You hit it again, you're back to tracking. So right now this is going to adjust in tracking mode. You can go all across the field. Sometimes you can see how grass changes or the soil color changes. You're not going to have to worry about pumping the coil and trying to reground balance manually constantly. This machine does it for you, and which I think is another really awesome feature for a machine at this price point. You really do have a true ground balance. There's many machines that are at this price range that really don't even ground balance. So this Treasure Pro, I mean, you got the 10-inch waterproof double D surge coil. I mean, that's really gonna punch through that mineralized soil, especially with this auto track system that you can lock if you want to, which is really nice. I like to, a lot of fields I hunt, I'll lock it and just go at it. And sometimes when you set one down, you don't want it to like track to the air or something, and that's a real cool thing. If you're just tracking right before you recover a target, say you're just sitting it on the ground, you can just lock it and unlock it that simply. You don't have to worry about that. But really, it retracts. I mean, there's really just nothing to worry about. You really don't have to use that. That's just something that's more like a higher end option to be able to lock the ground tracking, which is, you're just getting more and more value with all these features. You've got 8 sensitivity levels, so you can adjust that for any environmental condition. This is really run stable. I was camping this weekend. I had the machine running pretty hot. It was stable, smooth as butter. It was ID and stuff. Excellent. I mean, the target ID is fantastic on here. And then I can come here to this environment, different soil conditions, and it's working fantastic here as well. So, I mean, this has really surprised me so far. And what, another thing is that I think is the different programs they're giving you. They're giving you these options, several different programs that you can customize the discrimination. And you're also getting, the beach mode, which is, really, really cool. If you're someone like me that only gets to go once or twice a year to the beach, you can go down there, hit the dry sand, hit the beach mode, and you'll be able to track down to the wet sand, and this thing will be ground balancing to that wet salt water to give you better performance over that. Most single frequency machines, a lot of in this range, very few even have ground balance, so they're going to struggle on that. At least this is going to give you a better performance there. So that's a really cool option. I'd like to hit the beach one more time this year. I'm going to bring this with me and test it out. So, I mean, you've just got a lot to it, cheap operation with the 2 AA batteries, 20 hours. You got the backlight, you got depth reading, you've got inches or metric, you've got an all metals mode. and the adjustable threshold. I mean, I can't get over that. But you know, just really neat. I mean, this is a 3-pound machine, and it is really well balanced. Feels really, really good in your hands. I was swinging around the campground, you know, finding all kinds of just clad coins. It's kind of a newer place, left and right. I mean, I could swing this thing all day. It's just so light, feels really good, really nice display. You're not straining the eyes to see your targets. You know, there's a lot of other machines that you know, that little display is pretty narrow, and you just get like the little boxes. Here you're getting the, you know, the VDI number, and you've got your arrow pointing at your different, you know, like quarter, dime, penny, or whatever. And as you use this and, you know, get used to those VDI numbers, you'll start to know, hey, every time I see this 83, I'm getting a quarter. Let me just go ahead and show you a couple other targets on here. The cool thing about this Treasure Pro, I mean, this is you know, a step up from their Treasure Master, which is really nice as well. But this Treasure Pro, I mean, it's got pro features at such a low price point. You know, I'm just amazed. We're gonna, you know, here's an old nickel, V-nickel. Let's see what it says. Nickel 25. I mean, just really nice ID. Here we got a barber dime. Dime. We'll use a different type of nickel. Got a no date buffalo. Nickel. Dead on. Here's an old 1919 green wheat cent. Copper penny. See, it's even, you know, differentiating between that. You actually got a C, copper penny. You saw the $50. Here's a big 1896 silver. $1.93. I mean, the target ID is really, really good in the ground. And one thing about this Treasure Pro, it really is a very versatile machine. Look right here, we've got a tiny silver ring that I found. I mean, that's tiny, and that's, you know, you're gonna have to learn those. You know, that's in the pull tab category. Tiny silver ring. Here we got a bigger silver ring, and that's typical. You know, the larger silver tends to ring up like a quarter. It's doing a great job. Here we got a 14K gold. And you can see here the gold stripe on the top. I mean, that's typically the area where gold targets will fall into. And, you know, this large 14K ring will do that. So we've already got coins and jewelry. What about, you know, relics? Well, the Treasure Pro, you know, it's going to find relics. Here we've got a really old 30 caliber bullet. Here you got an old military button. This is, you know, really early 1900s one here. So you got your relics. So really the Treasure Pro is really just a you know, a great all-around metal detector. And I think this would be really, it's easy enough to use for someone just starting, and this is also a nice step up from some of the beginner machines that are out there. That's really got the features that's going to keep you going for a really long time with really good performance. So overall, you know, me personally, my personal opinion, this is one of the best deals on the market right now. Its price point, loaded with features, ergonomically just great, really lightweight. I think you're getting a whole lot for the money. And you know, I can't wait to use this even more. One thing that's also a big sell to me is that it is coming from White's Electronics. I mean, White's is known in the industry for quality, and this machine is solid. The fit and finish are amazing. I mean, just every little detail here is just, you can tell they really thought about this machine when it was put together. Just very well designed. Everything just fits together so perfectly. I mean, there's no gaps, or, I mean, there's nothing cheap about this at all. I mean, these buttons feel great. Easy to take care of this machine. Wipe right off with this faceplate. I mean, there was definitely some craftsmanship going into this. I mean, no wobble. Just, good angle on this rod. Just really naturally swings across the ground with ease. I mean, really, really cool metal detector. Looking forward to getting out there and hunting with it some more. And I'm going to do another part to this review and look over this, and I'll show you some of these targets outside. I'll actually show you, the pinpoint a little bit better. I mean, I can try it right here. So here's your pinpoint. So you're getting a depth indication as you get closer. And the hum gets louder. There's the ID quarter. But it really surprised me at how well it ran. I've got White's flagship V3i, and just an excellent machine. And I've used a lot of other flagship machines and tested a lot of metal detectors on my channel. And this one does impress me. I think it's a really pretty good deal, and that's why I'm showing it to you guys. Something for you to consider. Just nice machine. And that threshold, I just love that. I'm not a big fan of silent search, and a lot of machines in all metals may have a threshold, but in disc mode they're quiet, and you really can tell a lot of stuff from actually having a nice audible threshold, because you're going over something that's rejected. There's something there, and to me that's very important. Very, very happy with it. Excuse me. Just nice. And there's that backlight again. Bang. So you're out till dusk. The room's lowly lit now. You don't have to pack it up and go to the car. Just hit the light and keep on going. Really, really nice machine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've left out, and I don't think so. But we're gonna check this thing out in the field here shortly. It's been it's been kind of crazy here. We've had a drought here this summer. The ground's been like concrete, and now the sky's just opened up, and it looks like it's going to be raining for the next 4 or 5 days. So I'm going to try and get this put together. We'll go hit some spots as soon as I get a chance, and I'll strap on a camera and we'll do some let you see it actually in the field and see what we can find. But I really appreciate you guys watching my channel. I only recommend stuff that I really feels good, and so far using this about 3 hunts, getting to know it, really impressed with the operation, how smooth it is. Thanks for watching, guys. More to come on this machine. Appreciate it.